Hi guys, Lewis here, and I just want to talk very quickly about niche and why your niche matters so much. It's super difficult to choose a niche. The people out there that are lucky enough to already have one, fantastic. Uh, it's one of the most important things you can do when pursuing any type of business activity or marketing exercise, because you really need to understand who the people within your niche are, where they're located, what they need, what they're struggling with, how they act and operate, their pain points, their emotions, and the things that they experience day to day. So, for example, looking above me here, we have a lamp. So you might target e-commerce retailers that specifically import Balinese lamps, for example. Now that is super niche, and it would be easy to write messaging for that because it is so specific and so niche. You might go out a step from that, and it's like they're a lighting retailer and they provide different types of lights and light stands and ornaments surrounding lighting, and that gives you like a pretty significant audience to talk to and target. You can see the difference though, like lighting as an industry, which is part of home improvement, or commercial office fit out, which is part of service-based businesses. They interact with interior designers, they interact with builders, they interact with electricians, and it starts to get you thinking about the different ways you can get in front of these people and communicate with these people and talk to them about the things that they might be struggling with. Also, I believe it's really important to enjoy the company of the potential client or prospect that you might end up dealing with. So if you go out there into the world and speak to a few lighting companies or a few wholesalers of lighting fixtures, you might find that you don't actually like the type of people, nothing against the person, but the type of sort of banter that goes on within that industry. And it might not gel well with you and the type of things that you like to do. So the reason I like to talk to coaches and consultants and agency owners is because I am one of those people. I have done that sort of my entire working life to some degree. I understand the pain, the suffering that you can go through. I was speaking to someone just yesterday, and they were just telling me how sick of the clients they were. They wanted to change it up and get out of that sort of current rut of just servicing this one particular group of clients. And so it's very, very important that you choose a niche that you're interested in, a niche that you have expertise in, a niche that is profitable, a niche that has a total addressable market that is worthwhile, worth your time pursuing. And you also need to expose yourself to that niche before you even enter that niche. You need to make sure it is something that you might be able to sustain interest in and be involved in for a long period of time. There's multiple different ways you can do that. My personal favorite is just to go and get a client and see whether you like the way it works. Test it against maybe one or two clients, make sure you're not sort of getting some biased opinion. The other way you can do it is to do interviews or speak to potential customers. So for example, if I was looking for lighting retailers, I would open Google Maps and I would call a bunch of them and I would figure out whether that's the type of thing that I would be interested in. I'm doing some work at the moment with a customer who's an e-commerce retailer and educator. They provide training and education coaching for violin. So they're a violin teacher, a violin coach, but they work at the high end of town with advanced level students and people that are really dedicated to the craft. You can understand the difference between, say, a music studio that just has a high volume and churn and turnover of particular students with particular instructors. It's a very different business to someone that's working as a high-end coach for advanced level violinists. So, just to recap, niche is super duper important, not just because of profitability, not just because the skill set match the skill sets that you have, but also because you need to completely involve yourself in that niche and completely understand that niche inside and out for many, many years. And you don't want it to be something that you're going to get sick of. You want to make sure that you've got the staying power to be able to participate in that niche for the long run. That's it for this video. Stick around for more.